Hello everyone, Warangel here, and welcome back to the Cabal Let's Play. Now in the last episode, Egrimm was joined by a new warlord and his warband, a Chaos Sorcerer Lord, a follower of Nurgle called Vortex. Between the two of them, they made their way across the north here, burning down settlements as they went, and allowing Vorpal's army to expand, until we managed to finish the episode up here at Dagrak's end. Now, as you can see, a small force of Dark Elves came up to attack us. We retreated back because the band's barges was not in our favour at the time, but this time round, I'm willing to go back for round 2. So, let's click on Vorpal. Let's make sure you're not in camp. Let's go and attack.
Bring them to ruin.
Oh. Huh. That's actually much better than it was last time. I wonder what changed. No matter. Anyway, might as well just auto-resolve this. Kill it off, nice and easy. Just didn't fancy fighting witch elves, you know, they're just a pain to deal with. But that's a lot of money we managed to make from that, a fair bit of XP. We might be able to level him up next turn. That'd be handy. Anyway, what do we want to do? Kill the captives or sacrifice them? Sacrifice. Let's get that favour, because at the moment we're losing 1,300 a turn. So we want to make sure that stays up as much as possible. Now, we've got one turn away as well, and then we can give him the Cult of Nurgle, so we can start checking out some of the Nurgle-themed units that the mods give me. So what we're going to do, I think, let's have you continue on your way towards Ironfrost. It looks unoccupied, so we should be able to eliminate it pretty quickly, but I think we'll give them a chance just to level up in the following turn first. But as for Egrimm, I feel a little tempted because he is a full army, a full warband, to actually come down here towards Kyra in order to take out the army here. Malekith. Oh Christ. In that case, hang on, can we see what he's got? I think we could take him on pretty easily. In that case, Egrimm, come and meet the Witch King. I'm interested to see who would win in this fight. I mean, we do have the garrison to deal with, but that's very much in my favour yet again. I have to be honest, I'm a little tempted to fight it just so we can have sort of a clash of titans between Egrimm Van Horstmann and the Witch King Malekith himself. But it's going to be an easy fight. I'm just going to auto-resolve. Yeah, we lost a few men, but to be fair, that was to be expected. That's a lot of favour gained. Wow. Did we level up? We didn't. Okay. Let's loot and raise it. And what do we get from this? Immortal Unbeloved. The Dark King will fall by blade, by arrow, or by sorcerer's power and the darkest magic. So now we get 10% income from raiding. Oops, excuse me. That's no big deal, to be honest. Passive ability Frenzy. Oh, I'm not a big fan of Frenzy, to be honest. But one of those things. But the ability to cause fear when fighting against Dark Elves, that's going to be pretty handy for the moment. A Norse Berserker as well. Casualties captured plus 12%. Okay. Luckstone for physical resistance. Right. Let's have a quick look. Who can we give those followers to? Egrimm, I think, is pretty okay. Hang on, let's go to Vorpal a minute. Because he's picked up a spare dragon helm that we picked up. You can actually have the Luckstone. There we go. Anything else? I suppose we can give you the Norse Berserker as well. There we go. Right. That's them both sorted out now. Now, you can't move. You're really going to be encamped the following turn, so we'll leave that. Who can we level up though? Cold. I still want to give you a Manticore, but instead of any wasting points on these. So what can we give you instead? Suppose we could go scouting, get a few points of magic. Although, first of all, did we finish off the magic branch? No, we haven't. Okay, let's give you that. That should give me Arcane Conduits. There we go. Level 20. I'm just having to double check, because if you follow my new mass campaign, you'll know that the Leech Priests actually get access to immortality at a far earlier level than every other character. So it's just good to know and just double check about that. Right, looks like another army's come down here. I mean, we could go after Caldra, but I don't think I'm going to. We're going to continue with the plan to head along the north to Bear Island, awaken the Hmong tribe and get them as a vassal, head down a little bit further south and make our way back around then so we can go after Nagarons and get the Arcane Book of Knowledge that we want from there. And it'll also give us a chance to level up Vortex some more, and even potentially get another warband. Who knows? We haven't decided yet. Now, I know, thanks to Bakala in the comments of the last video as well for submitting a Chaos Lord of Khorne, by the sounds of it. So, interesting to see how that's going to turn out when we eventually choose to do a new one. And I believe Daniel is going to be putting together a Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Slaanesh. So we're going to have, at this point then, all 4 of the Chaos Guards covered. Will we have a Chaos Lord with the mark of Chaos Undivide? Who knows? But I'm quite happy with the idea of these 4 lords having their own, perhaps, agenda. I mean, you have to remember, this is not a large-scale assault. This is nothing along the lines of, you know, the end times happening over in the old world. This is just Egrimm here going on a little quest to get his books of knowledge, even if it means burning down a few places. And then he's got allies or people that have sworn their loyalty to him or been manipulated by him, something like that. So if you have any more submissions, feel free to let me know in the comments. In the meantime, Vorpal, let's continue with you now to Ironfrost. Do we want to? To be honest, should we take Ironfrost first and then level him up? Yeah, we'll do that, because it will give Egrimm a chance then to catch up to here. So let's just skip through this, do this. Could awaken the tribe, but we're just going to go for the growth this time. Picked up the Tormentor Sword. That's handy. So if you haven't experienced this weapon before, it's extremely good. Not only does it lower melee attack by 26 in the surrounding area for enemies, but it also means they can't move. So it's an easy way of just keeping them pinned down when you're about to blast them with a Vortex spell or something like that. Or even if you just want to get your troops out of the fight without them chasing you down, it's quite handy. So Vorpal's now got that, congratulations. Maybe we can just use our headcanon to say that instead of it's feeling pain, that maybe they just become temporarily infected with some sort of illness that makes it so they can't move. Who knows? And we also got Lords of Adruchiki, the spoiler. Okay, you're going to stay there. And Egrimm, I actually have a bit of an experiment I want to try out with him. But we first of all need him to encamp, so we need 25%? 27? That would do. Because this is my little experiment that I want to try and do. In order to get the next building slot for here, we need 8 population growth, right? As you can see. But, because I don't particularly need him to have the Marauder building here, I mean, we could potentially level it up at this point to a level 3. But, to be honest, none of the units here really catch my fancy. Maybe having some extra good horse masters could be useful. But anything sort of Chaos God themed, like the Censors of Nurgle or the Hell Riders of Slaanesh, we don't need. They're not our god. So what I'm going to do is actually dismantle this and just see if by doing so we can make it so the next building is only 6 population points. And then that way then, I don't know, we can go for the one that allows us to get Chaos Sorcerers, so we can start adding to the army a bit more. Maybe we can go for the one that gives me access to Chaos Warriors, which, you know, so we can get the Chosen ourselves our way. I don't know yet. We'll wait and see. But we'll let you do that in the meantime. Do we need to level anyone up? Vorpal. Right. Let's give you Gehenna's Golden Hounds, just because I think it's a cool spell. I like it. And then what do we want to give you? Metal Shifting or Plague of Rust? Metal Shifting will make everyone in the army have 13 seconds extra armor piercing damage and weapon damage. Plague of Rust will reduce armor by up to -60. So again, causing a lot of damage, but that only applies to one enemy. But it's a fairly cheap spell to cast. Let's go for Metal Shifting. I'd rather do the buffs, and then we can always work on the other ones eventually as well. So let's leave that. Let's get through this. End the turn. And then next turn, of course, we can see about leveling up and getting those cults. Although I will have to think about what to give for Egrimm. Ooh.
Arcane might of a sorcerous lord of chaos.
She wants a peace treaty. Interesting. I mean, we are apparently twice as powerful as she is now. Apparently we seek the same thing. Not really. Oof. What do we do? What do we do? I tell you what, I'm going to stick to the same offer I've always given. If you want to become peace, you need to become my vassal. Nope. She says she doesn't play well with others. Well, in that case, if she tries to come after us, we're just going to have to knock her back down. And it's the same for anyone, including Malekith, when we go up against them. Although I suppose we could. If Malekith gives a bonus to give Frenzy, I mean, that could be something if we do end up getting a Chaos Lord who's going to be a follower of Khorne, is that we could let him have a fight against Malekith just to get him the Frenzy ability. But I'm sure there are other factions that will allow me to do that once we defeat their faction leader, so maybe not such a big need. Let's have a quick look at this. It worked. Excellent. In that case, let's continue moving you up to join up now with Vortex. Just again need to move 25%. Okay. In camp. Now what we're going to try and get. Now we're not going to go for any of these. Okay, so because we already got our one for each, and I'm fine with that. Elhoni Furnace gives me Chaos Chariots. Not such a big thing for that, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't mind maybe getting something like the Dragon Ogre Gathering when we get to tier 4. What's this one? Chaos Giants? Maybe, but I think that'd be better for Nurgle. Let's try out here. Okay, we could go for Arcane Vortex. Gives me Forsaken. Plus 8 Chaos Corruption, minus Keep. Gives me access to Chaos Sorcerer recruitments. But with the unit cap that we have, I don't know if we might be able to just get one of these and then we're kind of screwed at that point. Because we may have to level it up into tier 4 before we can get another one. Because we already got a code. We could just go for this. Blasphemous Icon and work our way up. Because then not only does that give me Chosen, but it also allows me to get an Exalted Hero. Or we can just go for something interesting and different and go for Chaos Dwarves so we can get Dwarves for crossbows. I actually feel a little tempted to try that. Okay, let's give that a go. So Chaos Dwarf camp. So Chaos Dwarves, known as the Yuskar Drazar, or the Darizar, which mean Fire Dwarves, are an industrious, dark-souled and merciless warrior race of demon-smiths, slavers and brutal killers that dominate the dark and cheerless landscape of the Dark Lands, which are all the way over in the east of the Old World. And if we're lucky, might turn up eventually in Warhammer 3. They happen to be the ones that crew the Hell Cannons, and they tend to be quite an interesting faction. I mean, they use orcs as slaves, and I believe black orcs are supposed to come from their sort of, let's just say, genetics program. Shall we say, I'm not entirely sure how the Black Orcs came about. I just remember something to do with the Chaos Dwarves. If anyone wants to correct me in the comments, let me know. Feel free to do so. I bow down to those with superior knowledge of Warhammer, as you know. Right, anyway, with Vortex, let's keep you here in fact, we might as well. And then you can march together then. Let's give you now our Cult of Nurgle. So as you can see there, he's also known as the Plague God, the Lord of Pestilence, the Fly Lord, and the Father. He's the Chaos God of disease, decay, destruction, and death by rebirth. This actually improves horde growth and chaos corruption in the area. Okay, oh, well, they all do, just in different levels. Okay. But Plague Burst, Spreader of Plague, Leper Zombies, Warriors of Nurgle. This is going to be some interesting stuff. Let's give you that. And we still have 1 point to spend. Let's give it to here. This way now we can get the Chaos Warhounds with Poison, which is a very thematic unit for a follower of Nurgle. Plus, I am interested in getting those Censors of Nurgle, the level 3 one, So something we need to work up eventually towards. But the armies are coming together quite nicely, I must say. But now we've defeated Ironfast and Dagrag's End, our next target, of course, will be going up to Beer? Oh, that would have been fantastic. Beer Island. Sounds like a dwarf holiday location. Now, we'll be going off to Bear Island, awaken the Hmong tribes, and get them following us. They can go off and do what they want then. I'm not really that fussed. But at least gives us something as an ally on the map here. But for now, let's continue on our way. I'll tell you what, let's just only move again, 25%. Because then at least we can try and get some of the unique units now for him. So let's quickly pop onto here in camp. And let's have a look-see. So we can get Warriors of Nurgle. Strange, we're supposed to need to get a Blasphemous Icon to do this. Leper Zombies. Could be interesting to try out. What else do we have? Spread as a Plague. Oh, they've taken the carrion ones. Spread as a Plague are terrifying birds of prey that resemble giant vultures. Okay. And Plague Bursts. Well, we definitely want to try some of those out, don't we? I'll tell you what, let's do... We can only get 2 of them, can't we? Okay. I wouldn't mind trying to get some more of unique soldiers for him, so... Wow, these are still quite... Let me just compare a minute. Melee attack for these guys is much better. Their health is ridiculous. They have much better armor. Leadership is worse. Wow. But their combat ability, especially their weapon strength. Their weapon strength is crap. 36, 60. Wow. What's this thing do? Oh, they have regeneration. Oh, Christ. This is going to make things so much easier in that case. Okay, we definitely want to get our hands on those in a minute. But for now, let's go and get some Chaos Warhounds with poison. And then we'll start adding to the rest of them. Maybe swapping out a couple of these again. Who knows? Like... Oh, no, you've leveled up. Well, I was wondering why you're flashing a minute. Okay, let's give you Plague of Rust. And... Do we want to go for these? Does that area affect enemy in range? Minus 26 melee attack. Okay. Christ, imagine combining that then with the Tormentor Blade. That's getting called Sword Masters to sort of flail their weapon around as if they're drunk. Alright, final transmutation. Let's work our bit on... Serve or die. Let's go Dominating Presence as well, just so we can start working on this part of the tech tree as well. Although I'll tell you what... Drake, when you're watching this, let me know, which one of these would you like to try and aim for? Would you just like a Chaos Steed, or would you like to work your way up towards a Chaos Dragon? Let me know in the comments, okay? And for those of you that are following, hopefully we'll get to see what happens next in Vorpal's story, as he's changed his past from the third son of a minor noble of No, called Peter Bauman, and ends up becoming the Sorcerer Lord known as Vorpal Grothax. So let's have a wait and see. You're going to do that anyway. Let's have you. You might as well just come over here and join him at this point, Egrimm. Alright, nice and easy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, we wanted to try these out, didn't we? Well, we'll continue a little bit further. You have to remember that thanks to our Cult of Zeech, Egrimm can actually move much further. He's got, I think, an extra 9% bonus to his campaign movement compared to Vorpal. So what we should be seeing actually is we should be able to see Vorpal actually build up his horde much more quickly because of him having the Cult of Nurgle. He has that +3 bonus to horde growth, which quite makes sense. I think it's a thematic choice. I'm still... If I'm honest, I'm still a little disappointed in myself for not thinking of using the Ultimate Chaos mod, because the combination of stuff for that looked fantastic when I've been looking through it, and I still would love to do something like that, maybe as another Let's Play in the future, but we shall see. We'll have to see. In the meantime though, let's continue moving these guys. So again, we're going to just switch you out of stance. We're just going to continue moving you to 25%. get at least 2 more units, and then we'll leave it for the moment as we go after Bear Island. Let's cancel that. Do we want to level this up? Extra horde growth, cheaper units. Yeah, let's do that. And in the meantime then... Oh yeah, did we pick up any... Oh no, we picked up the Mirror Guard, wasn't it? Right. Let's give you... some Warriors of Nurgle. And I want to check out this. And just to see what the Plague Burst would look like when we use it in combat. I mean, last thing you normally expect from a Chaos Army is to do something like that. Hey. Alright, let's swap you guys out. Okay. Do I want to keep the Hounds? I mean, they have proven themselves quite useful in the battle so far. But I really, really want to test out the other units. Oh, decisions. I mean, it could be quite interesting to actually have something that can shoot. And you guys have been doing alright for yourself. Let's get trying. Add to the fast-paced unit though, don't it? I'll tell you what. Let's just get rid of you two. I know they're pretty good, but let's be honest. You know, we've got plenty of Chaos Warriors now willing to do the job. Ooh, what are you? The Mordors are Raven Host. Mord are the shock troops of the Raven Host army. They have to change their body at the Raven will. The manifesting mutations take the shape of long blades or axes where their arms once were, spouting tentacles to snare and throw their enemies about. Interesting. And we picked up the unit Magisters. Right. Chaos Dwarves with that. Unless... Can we level up to get... We can? Let's do that. And then we'll make sure to follow it up next time then, so we can get our hands on some gunmen. That'll be interesting to try out. Alright, we've got supernatural prowess. Let's try and get now... What we got here? Chaos Knights and Chosen... Plus 5 melee defense. Inscribed Chaos Armor. Extra leadership, recruitment rank. Let's go for this one, actually. All Chaos Warriors aspire to great deeds in the Chaos Guard's name, for Daemon Herd rates the greatest of their number. There we go. Oh, that reminds me, actually. I don't know if, how many of you guys might have heard about this, for those of you that play Warhammer, or Age of Sigmar as it is nowadays. But I know there was a thing that, I'm wondering if it's still fairly popular, called the Path to Glory. Anyone hear of that? If you haven't, what it was a sort of rule set that allows you to take basically a Chaos Warband. It started off small, and I mean small, like have a Chaos Lord of maybe 5-6 models, and then expand the army by fighting skirmishes with other warbands. And you can watch them as your character grows. They will get, like, they might get some experience, for example, for defeating another lord, or knocking down a unit, or winning a battle, and so on. And as they level up, they can get new gifts of chaos. It could be unique to their god, it could be just a generic one, but eventually it gave them the opportunity to actually become champions, and actually turn into daemons, which was a pretty cool mechanic. And I just wonder if that's still a thing. That would have been extremely cool to see if it was. Alright, 2 more turns. One more turn is what we need in order to be able to upgrade both this to a Proving Ground, so we can get these Sensors of Nurgle, and see what that's about. And upgrade this, so we can get Beasts of Nurgle, Putrid Blight Kings. Wow, that definitely looks like something I would like to try out. But let's definitely get this done. I want to make sure we eliminate Bear Island and bring back the Hmong people. Oh, hello. Chaos Rebel Uprising. Ah, good sir, you've come to the right place. Alright, in fact, no, stop that. Again, make sure 25% so we can get those Chaos Dwarves. Right, in camp. Switch back over. Right. Recruit. Go to the end. Let's grab 2 of these. Just so we can test... Oh, they take 2 turns. Oh, that's a pain. Alright, in that case, leave them for the moment. And let's just move you up.
Lord Sinch agrees.
Once we've dealt with Bear Island, then we can take the opportunity then to, you know, build up the forces a little bit more and get that sorted first. 2 more turns until you get that right. Anything from here? Attrition, horde, recruitment. That could come in handy. What do we got up here? I have the guards with extra weapon strength. Mark of Zeech. Okay, definitely giving you that. And then... yeah, let's continue building up our Chaos Warriors with your army. And you get a 12% ward save to an assigned unit. Okay. That's a little bit of a disappointment. I was actually hoping there was going to be an army here at Bear Island for us to be able to take it. But unless we want to try and fight our fellow Chaos Warband, which, let's be honest, we're Chaos. It's something that the Chaos Warbands do all the time. In fact, it's a pretty good way of building up your armies, killing off an enemy champion and getting their army to join yours. It's something that Chaos and Orcs, I guess, have a lot in common about. But yeah, we'll come in, we'll defeat this army, reawaken the Hmong tribe, and then continue with our rampage and then down south. Got Dracula's Spire. Now I have to be honest, I'm a little tempted to continue down into the desert here, because the Exiles of Nehek should be somewhere around here. But I'll have to wait and see. Let's kill you off first of all. Can we take you on with Engrimm's army?
Are you a god?
I think we can. Come over here and kill him then, Egrimm. Oh wow, that was much easier than I thought it was going to be. Let's give this to... I don't know. What unit should we give you to? Let's give it to them. Order Resolve. Sacrifice, kill, enslave. Oh, we might as well get some extra cash from it. Right. Picked up the Ogre Blade, okay. A Cold, do you want a new shiny weapon? Double still don't get why we picked that up of weapons. But hey, we're not here to complain, we're just here to pick up the shiny stuff. Right, let's have you come over here now to Bear Isle. Again, that's very easy. Just gonna auto resolve. Oh wow, you nearly blew up. Plague Burst. Impressive though.
Blood for Cain.
Right. Let's awaken it. There we go. We've now brought back Bear Isle. Oh. You guys have been busy. Harganev's managed to pull back and start claiming territory. Interesting. Hopefully they'll have an opportunity then to try and fight Bear Isle in combat. In that case, let's just rest up now. Let's grab those Chaos Dwarves that I wanted to try out. I mean, to be honest, these are just reskinned dwarves. Let's be honest here, they're not going to be anything too special. But at least it's something. Right, let's click this. A code. Let's give you now... Do you want to finish leveling these up? Let's give you that. And let's actually give you a point in scouting. Now, I'll tell you what, let's go for both points in scouting. Just so we get increased chances of getting more magical items, which is never a bad thing. Vortex, let's give you now... Evasion? Any of these of use? Could be handy. Let's use Transmutation of Lead, though. Getting that debuff in a wide area against enemies can be quite useful. Right. Let's hit that. And assuming nothing bad happens in the end turn phase, we can bring today's episode to an end then. So what's going to happen next time? Well, we're going to head down south along the coast until we can take the opportunity to swing back in to go against more Dark Elves. We're facing the host of Malekith himself. Don't really know what Harganev's going to be doing. Maybe they'll continue along here to try and take Bear Isle back. Who knows? They may... we'll have to just leave them to their own devices. Egrimm isn't really going to care about this. We're just taking it so we can have a little bit of extra money coming in and see what happens. You know, it's an experiment, shall we say. But yeah, we're going to head down here. Maybe go after Dracula's Spire here. And we've got Wolfkir's Spire further down somewhere, maybe? Who knows? But we'll head back up along here, go along here, take out the Altar of Ultimate Darkness, because what with a name like that, why won't we? And then we'll push on in toward the Nagawand. At least, that's the plan. Once that's done, we'll probably start making our way over and into Ulthuan, I think. So we can actually have a go at picking up that Lord of Change, because I really want to see what he looks like in battle. But all that's not going to happen in the next episode. So for now, thank you very much for watching, hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you join me next time for more Warhammer. But until then everyone, take care, and goodbye for now.